I think this shirt's gonna be really hard to deal with on camera. Oh, it kind of feels good. It's like I'm hearing like weird cracks in my back that probably shouldn't exist. Oh, that was a muscle, not a bone. Today, I'm going to talk about something very serious. I have an addiction. A very bad addiction. To online ordering. I do everything online, to the point where I don't have to leave my apartment. I love it, / hate it. I know that I need to get myself to go outside, but the fact that I don't have to is brilliant and genius to me. But now that spring's coming and I feel like I should probably get my ass outside and do things with the outside world. Although today's very rainy and very chilly and windy, so maybe that's not a good example. But summer's right around the corner, so we'll use that as an example because that's very rare for rain here in Michigan. That's not true either. There's lots of rain. I'm getting beside the point here. I'm here to talk about the 5 stages of online ordering. And don't say that you haven't gone through any of these stages. You may have not gone through them in succession like I'm going to tell you right now, but it's just like the 5 stages of grief. We've gone through at least a couple of them. You can skip some or you can just do one, but you've gone through them and I guarantee it. So let's start with number 5. The one that we all love the most. The feeling of excitement. The feeling that we're buying something new. Something that's going to be in our possession that we don't currently have. I don't know what it is about that feeling. Even if I'm ordering a pizza online, I get super excited thinking about what I'm going to eat in about 45 minutes. It's just amazing. And I love the fact that you can online order pizza now. And like subs from Jimmy John. Like, what? This is crazy. I love it so much. We all have those excitements about those things that we had our eye on, or the impulsive buy of being on Amazon or eBay or Touch of Modern or whatever app or website that you go on. We all see those things and we all feel that enjoyment, that excitement, the thrill of purchasing something, just as we used to feel when we went to the mall. But now we don't have to deal with the other motherfuckers that are walking around. That's so good. I love that part so much. Because the part of the mall that I hate the most is the fact that I just want to look around. I do love the fact that I can just see the clothing and get to try it on and see what and actually play with the product. I could see it, feel it, it's tangible to me. It's not digital. That's one good thing about, like, say, go to a mall or a store compared to online. However, I do hate the fact that the only time I ever have to go to these places is when everyone else has the goddamn time to go to these places. And it's crowded as shit, and I just want to die on the inside. Now, getting back to the fact that we're enjoying this moment, we are excited about this moment and not frustrated that we're at the mall. Then we sit there and dream about how we're going to have this item in our hand, how tangible and how it feels on our skin, and how amazing it is. I almost said arousing. I don't get aroused by product. Maybe emotionally. I think I am emotionally aroused by it, but not like physically, because that's a little creepy. I'm not, no. And then we move on to the 4th stage, and that is anticipation. That's right, this is where the tracking begins. You download the app to UPS or FedEx or whatever it is, and you're constantly checking it. Every fucking second. Every time you think about that item, you're like, well, just see if it's moved anything. No, it hasn't moved in 12 hours. I don't know why I'm still looking at this. It really only updates once a day. I don't know why I even bother. But for some reason, we can't resist this urge to check our phones to see if our product's getting anywhere closer to us, even though it's saying it's 2 weeks away. But there's that small chance that, you know, it might come early. If it comes 2 hours earlier than I expected, I am even more excited than I would have been had it come at the time. If it's late, however, God help that delivery person. Doesn't matter if it wasn't their fault or not, because I will unleash hell, especially if it's food related. Oh dear God, if that food is cold. I don't like to bring up my Mexicanness very often, but there is a slight urge to shank people. And I don't know what it is about that I want to do when people deliver me things late. It's just that urge comes out. And then there's stage 3, anger. This is when the tracking doesn't update. This is when you go 3 days and you look at it and nothing updates. This is when you curse Amazon for not having this product specifically on Amazon Prime. When you paid $100 damn to have the fuckers delivered to you in 2 days. Not get into that right now. Everything should have Amazon's Prime option. I'm just saying that now. That's just my theory, my philosophy. If it can't get to me in 2 days, I almost don't want it. And then when you're angry at Amazon, you're also angry at the supplier. So you read reviews on the product and you start reading the bad reviews instead of the good reviews, and then you start doubting whether this product was worth it to begin with. It's just this shit show of anger and frustration that comes to you, and then you're like, well, maybe I should just cancel the package, but it's already a quarter of the way to me. I might as well just let it get to me, because by the time I cancel it and get my money back, I will probably have the product in my possession. But eventually that anger subsides and we start moving into phase 2, anxiety. This is the part where everything may go wrong. This is where you go and you sit in your head and you just think of all the terrible things that might happen to your package or might have happened to your package, especially if you just moved. That is one of the biggest anxiety factors. When I first moved to this new place, I was like, nothing's getting to me because they're sending it to my old place. Or what if I had to sign the package and I'm not home to sign it? I'm at work right now. What am I gonna do? Oh, is somebody at home? I better check and call nervously and anxiously to make sure that somebody's home to sign for the fucking package that probably isn't worth signing for to begin with. And those thoughts just keep bubbling and bubbling. And then finally, it happens. The final phase, enjoyment, acceptance. You finally come home and then you see that beautiful brown package waiting for you at your doorstep. Or you hear that ring of the doorbell and you know on the other side of that doorbell is a man in uniform just waiting to give you that product. And everything just blossoms. You can see colors again. The world is not black and white anymore. The clouds and overhead shoo away and the sun beams down upon you with this warm sunlight and you just feel so good. But eventually it becomes one with you and you look back on the computer or your phone and you see another item that you may have had your eye on or thought about purchasing or thought was just really goddamn cool, and you go through the whole process again. I would like to blame you, Amazon, for feeding my addiction and constantly spamming me with emails about this cool shit that I looked at. And I was like, nah, I don't need that. But now that I see it in my email, yeah, I kind of need that now. And I really kind of want that. And it's not that much money. But then I also want this. So I'll buy that too. And it'll come in the same package. So I'll get 2 packages in 1 package. And it's just this greatness that's coming alive right in front of me. And since I go through this process over and over, I blame you, Amazon, for my addiction. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more videos from me. And a little Tweety bird told me that I'm on social media. That's right. You can check those out in the description below. Yeah, the whole nine's down there, like Twitter, Facebook, everything. Anything you've ever wanted to follow and stalk me on, it's down there. As well as my other channel, WhatsItToYa Productions, where I and a bunch of others come together and make a collaborative video every week. So you can go down there and check that out in the description below. So until next week, everybody.